I was raised in a Christian home. My dad was a pastor, and so I've been taught to give, to tithe from the beginning, and it almost became kind of legalistic for me. Such almost like a checkoff list for so many years. It's been really hard for me to get joy out of the giving process. When All In started, we of course have been in many churches over the years where we've had some sort of financial campaign. We were always on board. And we were in a little bit different place right at that moment. And I'm a kind of numbers got to make sure it's all got to make sense to me. I'm kind of a control freak. So we were actually kind of arguing, having an issue coming up with what we felt like God wanted us to give.
We were kind of not really agreeing with what we should give, and we've never stepped out like we did this time. I mean, we've given before, but this 2-year commitment, we decided, well, God's in charge. He'll take care of us.
And I just felt like God was saying, zip it and let him make the decision. Let Steve make the decision. And so I did. It was super hard because I like to be involved in that kind of stuff. But I had such a peace when I knew that he knew what God was telling him in what we should give, then I had a peace about it. So it was more than what we'd ever given before.
So, and I told her, she would start praying when we were at that service. She said, God, I'm just going to give it to Steve. Whatever he says, that's what we're going to do. And I told her, that's what we'll do. And she probably swallowed real big when I first told her, but oh yeah, she's okay.
It was almost immediate that our income changed drastically. We had repairs coming out of nowhere, medical issues coming out of nowhere. So I was like, it's going to be a long 2 years. I guess I have watched enough of these testimonies that I've seen a lot where people say, yeah, we committed to give, and now God's just exploding in all these different ways. And it wasn't like that for us. And we got super discouraged. I think probably me more than Steve just got super discouraged that we made a commitment. It actually was getting worse rather than getting better. We didn't feel like we were experiencing God's provision. We know we're being generous when it's affecting our lifestyle, when it's a sacrifice that is truly affecting our lifestyle. And that's really come into play this year, that it's affected our lifestyle where we it doesn't make sense on paper. And so we literally are saying, okay, Lord, just whatever you want to do. I'm going to get anything out of this. I want it to be joy, because I know there's supposed to be joy in giving, and it's such a struggle for me because I've been legalistic and I'm kind of a control freak. But I think what he's shown us is that it's not always him taking your obedience and sacrifice and giving and like turning it into more financially, but that abundance can come in lots of other ways.
Anyway, the one thing that really made a big impact on me is when we come to this point, we'd probably been married a couple of years, and we just wasn't going to have the money to tithe. And I was like, we either tithe or pay this bill. The very next day, a check came from insurance that was the exact amount. If you give, and he'll take care of the rest. But even once it meets us halfway, too, I've always thought, we got to do our part, and he'll do his part. God just has right at the right moment, something will happen, and it'll all be great. And like, how did we ever doubt?